It's October. Hurrah! Love October. Favourite month. Autumn, favourite season. Good morning. Welcome to... Oh, turn the phone off. Turn the phone off so that we don't get text from our son. Text from our son who's on the bus to university. I'll read you his text this morning. I terrorised a small annoying child on the bus. Oh, okay. Result. He was sat in front of me, kicking his feet, making loud noises and staring at me, so I shot a glare at him and he stopped bothering me. It was quite amusing. And that is our son. On his way to university to argue about history and politics. Good morning, Karen from rainy Bedfordshire. Yeah, rainy Hampshire here today as well. But I don't care because it's autumn. And it's Friday. And I own a raincoat, so it's fine. Good morning, Emma. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Amanda. Good morning, Claire. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Sue from a windy and damp Sunderland. Yes, pretty much the same here. Good morning, Nicola from Enfield. Good morning, Tina. It's Friday. It's autumn. It's all good. Good morning, Emily, from a dark, wet and windy. Yes, this morning. Autumn is truly here. It is. And I love it. I've got to get out in the garden actually and tidy up, ready for the winter. Good morning from the other side of the desk. Yes, hello. Honestly, you wonder where his son gets his sarcasm from.
No, I don't wonder.
No, you don't wonder. No. Today is all about visualization. I was chatting. Well, I've recorded 3 podcasts this week. Lots of good stuff coming up. One comes out today, actually. A Samhain special comes out today.
Is that the witchy one?
It's the witchy one.
You laughed lots.
I did laugh a lot, yeah. I cackled, actually. 4 witches all cackling about Samhain. That's coming out today. Good morning, Steve. Congratulations on the new book launch. Yes, thank you. Yesterday... The Witch's Altar book came out, hardback. Oh, I don't have a copy here. Hardback, upstairs in the little room on the dresser by the radiator. I co-wrote a book with 2 other lovely ladies. I wrote the section on protection. A very nice hardback, pretty picture book came out yesterday. Good morning, Kerry and Ebony from a soggy and rainy Llanelli. Yes, that seems to be the picture. Good morning, Xenia. Good morning. Sunny and cold, northern Germany. Just had my coffee. Love your Halloween background. Yeah.
I like the linen-y feel of it.
It does.
It's a very, very nice book.
It is. It's kind of a coffee table type. You'd leave it out for people to... It's even got black. It's there. Yeah, it is a hardback.
A beast.
The idea was I was approached by the publisher. The publisher's Leaping Hair Press. I was approached by the editor, asking if I would like to co-write a book as the crone. My initial reaction was, "That's rude." But actually, I am a crone, let's be honest. So we've written it from the point of view of a maiden, mother and crone, and I've written the section on protection. I don't know if I can hold this and sort of flick through it. It's got pictures, it's got images, pictures, all sorts of things in it. Lots of arty stuff, yeah. It's very nicely done. The cover is lovely too. It is the sort of thing you would leave out for people to look at. But that came out yesterday. There you go. I've got another book coming out next month too. Prosperity. Oh gosh, my words
Prosperity
today.
Magic, love. Yes.
Prosperity Magic comes out next month as well. Anyway, good morning, Jane from a miserable Chadwell Grief. No, not miserable, autumnal. Let's focus on the autumn here. Emma, loving this weather. Do love autumn. Favourite season, that and winter. Yep, you and me both, Emma. You and me both. Good morning, Lucky Fairy Queen. Thank you. Love the black paper border. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's called. Edges? edges of the pages. Yeah, it's black. It is. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it's got a thingy too.
A thingy?
It's got a thingy.
So when you flicked it through, we only saw about 2 pictures. You can do that a bit more slowly.
Got a bit of ribbon. Look. All right, let's have a look. See what it looks. Oh, that's a good one. Look, Herbie pictures. It's got three doofers.
3 doofers.
Oh, it's going to be a long day.
I
shouldn't be allowed today. No, shouldn't be allowed to speak today. Tell you what, you come and do it. That'd be fine.
Okay.
So, Nicole Weiss wrote a section on attraction. I wrote the section on protection. Lindsay Squire wrote protection on divination. And there's a Witches Year table of correspondences bit at the back, which I did as well. But there's all symbols and things. But yeah, it's, funky pictures. All sorts of good stuff. Crystals. Yeah, it's a fancy book. It's a bit fancy. Right. Here we go. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Oh, especially as David's here. That's it. Chaos reigns. Good morning, David. Busy packing with flintlock and cutlass. Yes, you're off to be a pirate this weekend, aren't you? Have fun. I hope it doesn't rain too much on you. Good morning, Jalala. Or should I say bonjour? Bonjour, Jalala. Ça va? Tiny bit of rain in Normandy this morning. We need it, to be honest. Yeah, we do need a bit of rain. We do need. David, the book. It's a lovely book. Reads like a pricey cookbook. Yes. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Amanda, received mine yesterday. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Lucky Fairy Queen, Waiting with Prosperity Magic book. That comes out the end of November. Eye candy inside. Yes. Yeah. I call it a pretty coffee table book, but it's got some good stuff in it as well. That is a compliment. Yes, I have a lot of cookbooks. I do have a lot of cookbooks and a book. Yeah, and a bookmark. It's fancy. Yeah, when it's got a bit of ribbon as a bookmark, it's fancy. Good morning, Christine from North Dorset. Good morning. Angela, trying and failing to stem my book habit. Your book looks too tempting. You can never have too many books, Angela.
Just put a link on.
I have. Tina, is the book in the shop? Yes, it should be.
Just put the links on.
To the Kitchen Witch shop.
Oh no.
Is it on there? I did add it on there.
On your website.
Maybe I didn't press the right button, Tina. If it isn't on there now, it will be when we finished. I'll check it. But yes, signed copies available from me.
I'll put the link.
Angela, missed you all my Friday morning fix. We've been without internet or phone for several weeks. The joys of living in rural France. Yes. Not fun, though. Xenia, where do I put it? My coffee table is full of books. Anywhere you like, Xenia. Anywhere you like.
On the top.
On the top, yes, definitely. Good morning, Susan. Amanda, never have coffee table books. It implies I want everyone's dirty mitts all over them. Well, yes, yeah. Books are precious.
Yes, it's on there. There's the link.
Is it on the shop? Yes, it is on the Kitchen Witch Emporium online shop. Signed copies. Obviously, it's quite heavy. It is quite heavy. Yeah, I think it's about 800 grams. So postage will be. It's done by weight, according to the Royal Mail prices. So just be mindful. The book would easily pass as deco too. Yeah, it has, isn't it? It's got that kind of Art Deco, Art Nouveau design.
It glitters as well with
It's shiny.
Yeah.
Ooh, shiny. It's called Shiny.
It's shiny. Oh, right.
Yeah. And any Firefly fans, it's shiny.
It's very classy.
It is very classy. Nothing at all like me. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning. Yes, all good here. We're very happy because it's autumn. So there. So visualization today is the subject. I've done a few podcasts this week, as I say, and one of the things that came up was meditation and how not everyone finds it easy. And I thought, well, we've covered meditation on a couple of chats, but that kind of led me to visualization. Obviously, you can't tell what people are seeing in their mind. Probably best that you don't know and are unable to see what's in some people's minds. But do we all have the same experiences with visualization? Do you work with visualization? How do you work with it? I think it's key for spell working in particular. Do you have any techniques you use particularly? Do you have any exercises you work with? That's the subject for today. David, most of my books were on show to everyone to see, which was funny when we had a visitor who was chatting away and started reading the spines. First started with a smile, then turned to confusion and then frowning. Then did they turn and run out of the door? Yes, we have purpose-built shelves behind us. These go floor to ceiling behind me. The bottom two, and now encroaching on the third one, is someone's vinyl collection. Books here are the ones I am working on at the moment for research, for books and things. Then there are 3 more shelves full of witchcraft books. Then we have shelves in the hall that have all of my cookbooks on. And then we have new shelves in the front room that have all of their lovely books on, like all the Pratchett books and all the nice all my Sherlock Holmes books and Alice in Wonderland and Wind in the Willows, all the good stuff, fiction stuff on. So yeah, we love books in this house. And actually, in Pete's drum room, up in the loft, you have all your James Bond books too.
Lots of those.
Lots of those, yeah. Good morning, Maria. Angela, firefly flans. Whoa, yeah, no. Firefly fans will understand the term shiny. Very cult TV series, didn't last for long, and a film. The very fabulous. What's his name? Castle.
Richard Castle. Nathan
Fillion, that's it, thank you. Richard Castle, no, not him. Right, stop being silly, let's get on with this. I need coffee for grounding, I think. Lucky Fairy Queen, love visualization. Find I get the best visuals when I spend a minimum of 5 to 10 minutes deep breathing and then visualize. The mental resistance seems to be lower. Yes, I would agree with that, absolutely. Good morning, Susie. Christine, my books are taking over the ornaments. Yeah, mine are fighting. Oh, thank you, Tina. Susie, Nathan Fillion, thank you. Yes, he's very good. He's very good in Castle as well. But I first...
And Rookie?
I'm not so sure about the Rookie, but I like Castle. He was in an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer too. He was an evil priest, but that's beside the point. Yes, Firefly. Love it. Bit of a cult thing, but shiny. Just David bringing us back to sensible stuff. There's a first. When I first started, I had a very hard time keeping the visualization stable. Yes, I think a lot of people do. My mind likes to flicker, but I could still feel the image. It was like seeing your reflection in a pane of glass. You see yourself, then see the other side of the window, but that's okay. I learned I can hold both images, then see only the one. Brilliant. I think it's important, actually, isn't it, to... What is visualization? Is getting an image in your mind. I use it for spell working. So if I am working with a candle magic spell, dress the candle, do all the herby stuff, light the candle, then I visualize my goal. So while I'm watching the candle, waiting for it to burn out, I am visualizing my goal. I'm adding my energy to that spell. And for me, visualizing what I want to happen adds power to that spell. But here's the thing. You don't have to see it like an HD film. In fact, it's probably very rarely high definition. People don't visualize that. It doesn't generally happen. It's not going to play out in a clear, sensible stream. If you can get the image in your mind, brilliant. If you can get the image to play in your mind, even more brilliant. But even just getting the feel of your goal, that idea in your head of the goal, is perfect. Everyone's going to work with it slightly differently. Everyone will come at it slightly differently. Whether you do have to ground and center first, do a bit of meditation, then visualize, whether you can just flick it on. That tends to happen the more experienced you are, I think. I tend to now, I can visualize as and when. Think of it as daydreaming as well. Daydreaming is a kind of visualization. So if you can get that kind of feel and that kind of image to it, you're going to add so much power to your spell working, because you are acting out almost your goal. You are seeing it happen. And for me, that adds so much to it. Oh, lots of comments. Yes, I am on YouTube, Maria. It should be over there. Lots of comments. Right, okay. Xenia. That's how we sort out the right people from the people we don't want. I end up chatting with plumbers and installation guys who see my books about shamanism, mediumship, and seeing dead people. Right. Yes, we do have that kind of comment when anyone comes in our house. Ooh. Lucky Fairy Queen, same when I started, took effort to hone the ability to visualize. It does take practice. It does. Susie, Disney might be reviving Firefly. Sorry, I'll stay on task. No, absolutely open to wander off from the task wherever you want, particularly if it involves things like Firefly. That would be brilliant. As long as it's Nathan Fillion, that would be brilliant. Just saying. Jackie, you have many bookshelves too. One for occult and folklore, one for posh folio society books. They're lovely, aren't they? We have a couple of those. And collectibles. Oh yeah, Agatha Christie. Yes, definitely. I've got a couple of those as well. Nice posh ones. Then medical herbalism bookcase and so on. Yes, we have Air Zoned. Kind of works. Lucky Fairy Queen. Yes, you are allowed to not be perfect with visualization. Shouldn't have chosen that word today, should I? Yes, struggle with it sometimes, like wanting it to be perfect. Great reminder. No, it's very rarely going to be like you're sitting at the cinema. What is wrong with me today? It is going to be very rarely like you are sitting at the cinema.
Hurrah!
There you go. As long as you get the feeling of it, as long as you get the general impression, then it's all good. Yes, everything is showing on here, Maria, that I am on the Kitchen Witch YouTube channel and on my YouTube channel. Angela, meditation and bow breathing before helps. I find the imagery comes naturally to me as I'm a daydreamer. I think it helps, doesn't it, to think about daydreaming as visualization as well, because that's exactly what it is. Daydreaming is not only a form of meditation, it's also a form of visualization. Yeah, so never discount daydreaming. Jane, had to empty one small bookcase before decorating happened. The books filled 4 archive boxes. Bookcase is now tidy and 2 of the boxes are still full. Need more shelves. Always need more shelves, definitely. Good morning, Monique. Thank you. Click that. Nothing happened. There we go. Nicola, was doing healing on my witch wound. Saw a past life of me burning in flames. However, transmitted it and walked out the flames. Fully in my power. So powerful. Yes, I think that's important to remember as well, that you are in control of your visualizations. You can, with practice, take them where you need to take them. Absolutely. Emily, grateful to have quite a vivid imagination. Me too. Visualization ability. But I was surprised to learn that 2 to 5% of people apparently have no mind's eye and cannot visualize at all. Yes, we've found that with the Kitchen Witch School, with students. It never occurred to us before because the 3 of us, myself, Ness and Heather, can all visualize. it was quite a surprise to find that there are a small percentage of people that cannot get those images up. But it's not a problem. Really isn't a problem. And that kind of opened up the exploration and realization that everybody has different levels of it. Some people cannot get a visualization at all, but that's not a problem. What you can do is get an actual physical image and focus on that. So if you were working a candle spell for prosperity, you could literally stare at a picture of money, and that would bring the same kind of imagery into play and add power to your spell. In fact, you do that anyway. If your visualization skills, if you're still honing them, or if you don't feel they're as good as you want them to be, use actual physical imagery. And then that gives your brain something to focus on. But there are lots of exercises you can do to train, to hone your visualization. We do a few within the school. There are some in my books, but generally, candle flame is good. Put a candle in front of you, light the flame, watch it. Take in all of the details, the movement of the flame, the colour of the flame, the colour of the candle, any wax dripping. You can do the same thing with an apple or a banana or a packet of crisps or a slice of cake. Get the imagery, look at it in great detail, then close your eyes and try to rebuild that image in your mind's eye. Get as many details in there as you can, and then open your eyes and see if you've taken it all in. That very easy, straightforward exercise will really help you hone your visualization skills. There's another one a game we used to play as kids. Apparently it originated with Rudyard Kipling from one of his books. You get a tray and you put all sorts of items on it. So it might be a stapler and a spoon and a handkerchief. People have handkerchiefs these days. That's quite random. A banana, or anything, odd items. Stare at the tray for a couple of minutes, then cover it with a cloth. Write down as many items as you can remember. It's a bit like the old generation game. Then take the cover off and see how many of you remembered. Repeating that game will help your visualization skills as well, because it helps you recreate those images in your mind. Little exercises like that will really, really help you build up those skills. But again, you may never get to the point where it is in full color, high def. Mine isn't like that. But as long as it works for you, as long as you get the idea of it, the general imagery, it's all good. All good. Emily. Perhaps if that's the case, people could use other senses, like focusing on imagining the sound or feeling of something. Yes, if your visualization skills are not as you would want them to be, or, yes, absolutely. Bring your other senses in. Get something physical to look at. Get the feeling of the goal. Or play some music that describes the goal. Yes, absolutely. Bring all your other senses in. Jalala, use visualization as a therapist and often have clients who struggle with visualization, like I'm struggling with actually speaking today, particularly neuro-spicy peeps. There are lots of techniques to practice to help get used to visualization. Yes, some you've already mentioned. I've used sand tray work, avatar work, all sorts to strengthen visualization skills. Yes, there are a lot of exercises that you can do to strengthen those. Tina, does it make any difference if you speak your visualization out loud or just think it? Again, what works for you? I think voicing your goal will help a spell anyway. I think actually putting that goal out in words, because words have power, I think that adds to it anyway. But yes, describing your goal would work brilliantly. Absolutely. Okay, Susie. I want a signed Firefly graphic novel signed by Nathan Fillion. Oh, excellent. I have got a couple of Firefly books, fiction books as well, that stories that kind of followed on that someone wrote from it. Yes, it's a good series, good film. Diane, I have a degree of, big word, aphantasia, so struggle to really visualize. I can get partial images, but rely on the sense and feel as much as seeing it. I think if we're all honest, we probably all do. Do I get the actual clear image? No, but I get the feeling, and that adds to it. That actual, if you are using prosperity again, that actual feeling of comfort of having enough money to do this, that, or the other, whatever you want it for. Yeah, the actual general well-being feeling of it all. Yes, absolutely. Claire, visualization or premonition, ever get them mixed up? Two different things. Visualization is where you create the image. You create, again, prosperity, light the candle, think, right, money come to me. You visualize yourself accepting cash, or you visualize yourself looking at your bank balance and seeing all the ka-ching, ka-ching coming in. If you were visualizing for a protection spell, then you would see yourself in a strong bubble or feeling safe. You might see yourself in a castle or in a suit of armor. You picture the image, you control the images. Premonition is something that comes to you and you're not really in control of it. You get flashes of things that are going to happen in the future. No control. No, you don't form those. They just happen. Hopefully that makes sense. Susie, are you bringing out an element of air book? Now there's the thing. So I have contracts to write several more books with Moon Books. Various ones that are signed that they're waiting for me to write. We'll get there. And myself, Ness and Heather have just signed a contract to write a practical magic witchcraft book as well. There's a lot there. Will I ever write an element of air? It is the only one missing from the series. I've done earth, water and fire, but they haven't sold brilliantly, in all honesty. And unless they sell a lot more, it's not going to be viable to do the air one. I might persuade them to do it just to make up the set, but the others really haven't sold well. So unless lots of people rush out and buy all of the others really quickly, my time will be focused on writing the other books that I already have contracts for. But as they say never. Jalala, using guided visualizations, yes, can be very effective and still allows for personal experience. I love guided visualizations. When I meditate, I've got so many mind monkeys going on, like, busy life, all of the stuff. Oh, idea. Oh, I got to do that. Oh, make the dinner. Oh, I've got. Yeah, my mind doesn't chill very often or very easily for meditation. So I like guided meditations because they take my brain where it needs to go and kind of kick the mind monkeys out of the way. The same with guided visualizations. I think they work really, really well. Angela, box breathing. Thank you. Yeah, it's today. Words aren't happening. Lucky fairy queen. Visualize so much better when walking. Okay. Well, walking meditation is a thing, isn't it? It's mindful steps. So that makes it's a repetitive action, isn't it? And it kind of puts you in that right frame of mind. I get that totally. Emma, I find I get the sensation of a visualization before an image. Does that make sense? Absolutely. Yes. And I think that's important. I think that's part of it. It is the sensation, it is the feeling of it. And that's all part of it. In fact, if all you get is the sensation or the feeling and not the image, that's absolutely fine too. Makes perfect sense, Emma. David, I find I have to feel it more than see it these days. Feeling it makes it more. Yeah, I know what you mean. It makes a good anchor. I think Matt Oren wrote a great bit about visualization in his tarot book. I think he's got some good books. I think he had a problem with visualization. I think there's a lot of people do. And I think until you start talking about it and realize that other people aren't seeing it all really clearly, that you don't realize it's a thing. I think a lot of people struggle with it, as in the sense that we are trying to achieve perfection. And it's a very, very difficult thing to achieve. Feeling, sensing, listening, all good. All good towards visualization, all good. Just ordered a copy of your book, early Christmas present to myself. Happy Christmas, Sue. We all deserve treats now and then. Christine, when I was doing a training course, I was taught how to visualize and get the scent too. For example, could visualize a cup of coffee. Yes, and get the scent of it too. Hard work to do both, but now I can do it easily. That's another one of the exercises we include in the school is, for example, an apple. You visualize the apple. Put one in front of you. Visualize it. Take in all the color, the texture, the shape. Then you visualize eating it. And that brings taste into it as well. So you visualize yourself taking a bite of it. It doesn't have to be an apple, it can be anything. Take a bite of it, get that taste, get the feeling of the texture of it as you're eating it. That would work with scent as well, scent and taste. Bring in all of your senses, whatever works for you. Yeah, but use every tool that you have to make it easier for yourself. Absolutely. Portable doorbell. It's just gone. That's a daughter. Yes, it's Winnie time. Morning, Louise. Jane, one of the carers said, you have a lot of books. What are you studying? Oh, when I said witchcraft, magic, and communicating with dead people, he didn't want to take it any further. Yeah, that's a way to shut them down, isn't it? Jackie, daydreaming is about all we can manage these days is getting to the edge of end stages with Mum now. My thoughts are with you, Jackie. We've been there, done that. It's not fun. So just having the odd moments to do cards or just physical imagery. But I think, I don't know, but when I first started a million years ago on the witchcraft pathway, I wanted all the stuff. I wanted all the pretty things. I wanted all the I thought I needed all of the stuff. And I did get it all. And some stuff I used, some stuff I've never used. And over the years, I've kind of changed stuff out and bought new stuff in. And then you get to a point, I think, where you realise you don't need any of that stuff. And you do start using your visualisation rather than having the physical items, the wands, the chalices, any of that stuff for spell working. And you go to using nothing except your mind. I'm kind of creeping backwards now to bringing a few things in because I like things. But yeah, I think you do a kind of circuit of it. But you can create magic with just your mind. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You're going to hear Pete in his granddad mode now. Right, Cliff. Contact me. We'll sort out my next Christmas present. Xenia, I can visualize my goal very easily, but having the results happens better when I know my goal, inner knowledge that it happens, which also involves feeling that will be okay. I guess that's the thing as well, isn't it? Whenever we work a spell, we have this idea of what our goal that we want it to be. But as we know, magic has a way of, throwing stuff out the window and making things happen in a way that perhaps we didn't expect. So there is that as well. And if you bring in the feeling of feeling stable, feeling comfort, feeling happy, feeling content with your goal, that will add to it as well. Susie, I've been visualizing one of my new power animals. Another side of it, male wolf. He comes to me a lot at the moment. I'm reading up on wolves to learn their qualities. Excellent. Rachel Roberts has a couple of good books about wolves. My main spirit animal guide, my wild boar, is down here beside me at the moment. Visualization. I know he's there. I can feel him there. I can feel his energy. I can feel his presence. In my mind, I have an image of what he looks like. So yeah, visualization for working with spirit animals. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I guess as well, we visualize really when we're dealing with deity as well, don't we? You get this image in your mind of what they look like. Not always. Sometimes they're a bit in the shadows. Yes. Emma, visualize cleaning my chakras with a paintbrush type duster. I'm very weird. No, we're all weird, Emma. No, that works. Whenever you are working with your chakras, when clearing out your chakras, you visualize them spinning or being dusted or being polished or whatever. All part of visualization. Cleaning and clearing your chakras. Absolutely. Maria, off subject. Hey, we're good at that. Will you be at any in-person events this year? Witchfest. Myself, Ness, and Heather will be at Witchfest this year, November. Heather will be at the Witches Market in December. Ness and I are going to come up for the day to the Witches Market in December. But yes, Witchfest is the one that I'm doing this year. We've changed the way that we do things a bit with in-person events. We might pop into a couple next year, but we're having a bit of a break because, be honest, we're exhausted. So we're going to take a bit of break from things. But yes, Witchfest, definitely be there this year. Susie, I find shamanic drums help my visualization. Yes, drumming, it's a beat, isn't it? That beat kind of, it puts your mind, your conscious into that different vibe, isn't it? Different, it's theta waves, isn't it? Beta waves, it's all different waves if you're conscious. And drumming helps with that, absolutely. David, visual skills are just pointless to some people. Think of those born blind. We have many senses incorporated. There's a small child looking over the top of the camera at me. Hello, Winnie. It's just a little face. What do you like?
She okay to make a little appearance?
What do you like? I'm just going to get rid of that for a minute. Hello, Pixie. Hello, Pixie. Oh, have you just woken up?
Yes, she has.
Have you just woken up? Hello, Pixie. Hello. Hello, Pixie. You know, I just woken up. Let me sleep. Anyway. Visual skills are pointless. Some people think of those born blind. We have many senses. Incorporate them to give your image substance. Yes. I think you get, well, visualization has the word visual in it, doesn't it? But yeah, bring in all of your senses. Yeah, absolutely. Have a good day, Angela. Steve, as I've gotten older, my visualization has got slightly harder. But when that happens, I focus my intention of will on the spell and use my emotions to find the spell. Emotions, yes, good point, Steve. Bring in your emotions as well. Feelings, emotions. This little face just looking at me. Bring in your emotions, bring those in as well. It's adding all of those energies, using everything that's in your toolkit to help your visualization.
Is it hard to work with?
It's hard to concentrate with a little face looking through the computers at me. Lucky Fairy Queen, love shamanic drums. Yeah, met my first spirit guide through those. Yes, I love drumming. Drumming is fabulous. Jane, I learned visualization with a simple invisibility spell. Imagined being twirled up in grey candy floss from the ankles up till I was cocooned in grey fluff. First it took a lot of concentration, but after a while it whizzed up in an instant. With visualizing places, I find it helps to imagine sounds and smells at the same time, like birds singing, smell of the forest floor, or the sound of running water, wind in the treetops. Yes, it is. That's bringing in all of your senses again, isn't it? That's bringing in sound, that's bringing in smell, that's, the whole shebang. Absolutely. Maria, I can't listen to guided meditations because to me they're not at the same pace as when I'm in the visual. Yes, that is a problem with guided visualizations, guided meditations. Sometimes they go too quickly, sometimes they go too slowly. It's finding what works for you. We're all unique, aren't we? We're all individuals, so what works for some might not work for others. Mind monkeys are a curse. Yep. When I get them, I imagine my head is a darkened dormer room with a window ahead of my forehead. I open the window and shoo all the monkeys out, then take a moment to feel how still and quiet it is. Again, we all get mind monkeys, I'm sure. It is about dealing with them, recognizing, yep, you're a stray thought or you're a noisy monkey. Just, okay, you're there, bugger off. Yeah, it is about dealing with it, isn't it? And learning how to get rid of them. Xenia, sometimes guided visualizations are too slow for my mind. The landscape has been built up in me in a second before the speaker finally describes what's in there. Yes, yes. And as someone that's recorded visualizations and meditations, it's very difficult to know how fast or slow to go with them because everyone is different. Maria, can't do the apple spell. It's too dark and damp in here. I'm worried about bugs and stuff. That is, if anyone watched our autumn ritual, I'm going to go and get my little thing. Hang on. So we did. We made a shrunken head, and I'll be honest. Ness's one has gone mouldy. This one is starting to. We haven't got the central heating on yet. I think I'm going to redo it once the central heating kicked in. I put it beside the radiator, but the radiator hasn't been coming on because it's not been cold enough, and I don't have an airing cupboard. So I think I'm going to wait and do it again because they are really funky. I mean, he's fabulous. I think they're very funky. Yeah, that one will go in for the compost. I'll do it again when the radiators are on. Bessie's just answered Eric's bark. Yeah, he is portable doorbell. Good morning, Leslie. Jane, manifesting is often enough incentive to see what you want the end result to be. I think with manifesting, you are bringing a spell into life. You are bringing a goal into life. And for me, visualization in whatever form adds to that. That makes it all happen. It's like switching it all on. This is what I want to happen. You can tell your spell, but by visualizing it in whatever form, you kind of, this is it. Let's get this happening. For me, anyway. Susie, I find deity quite elusive during visualizations. It depends. I've had some, my main band, members of the band, they're there. And I get instant visualizations. Others along the way where I've perhaps been doing something else and one's disappeared and it's not my main ones, sometimes they've just hidden in the shadows completely. Sometimes I've never known their names. Sometimes I've never known who they are. It's a thing. They choose. They make the decisions. Karen, the same. Jackie, hope to see you at Witchfest. Yes, we will. The girls and I will be at Witchfest. I'm doing a talk on prosperity magic, funnily enough. Christine, when visualizing with baby wipes to clean the chakras. No, that works. That works. I've done it by polishing them. I've done it by spinning them. I've done it by dusting them. Yeah, why not? Wet wipes. Diane, my main visualization practice at the minute is the creation of a virtual altar. Nice. A center to create magic wherever I am without having to carry a physical set of tools with me. Brilliant. That works really well if you do travel or if you're going on holiday and you can't take stuff with you. Yeah, love it. Again, one of the exercises we do at the school, keep mentioning it, but that's kind of where I draw from, is to create your own mind temple, your own sanctuary. And that's all done by visualization. I have a place that I've been going to in my mind for years. It is a castle turret. It's got a window that often gives me scrying possibilities. Sometimes I'll go in there and there will be a book with something. Sometimes I will go in there and there will be an item that means something or has a message for me. But it's a place to go in my mind that's a sanctuary. And that's all created with visualization. She is very, very sweet. Yeah, and she's looking at me again. Good morning, Cliff. Making a baby look at me. An autumnal Selzy bill. It is lovely. Tended a sound bath a couple of weeks ago. Do love a sound bath. Experienced such a vivid visualization journey. Travelled through red, blue, purple clouds with different images appearing out of the mist. Castle, cottage and garden, face, avatar type scenery. Felt like I accelerated and slowed down in the clouds. The host used crystal bowls, sticks, drums, gongs. Such an amazing experience. P.S. I've contracted one around Christmas. Excellent. I love a sound bath. Don't think there's anything quite like it. I love the gongs particularly. I love the drums. Not so keen on the crystal bowls. I think they have to be at the right resonance, the right vibrations for each person. David, wonder if putting it in the oven on a very low setting should help. Yes. Who wants to leave the oven on all night? I think I'll have searched. Yes. He may well have fared better by drying out a bit in the oven. Would also smell lovely. Trouble is, I'd want to eat it then with custard. Probably not a good thing. Susie, trying not to acknowledge the mind monkeys, just letting them pass above my head without letting them enter. I think the important thing there, as you said, is to acknowledge them. Don't ignore them. Just acknowledge, yep, I know, you're there. Yeah. Takes practice. Jane, some recorded visualizations contain background sounds that throw me. Yes, like owls hooting when I'm supposed to be on a beach. Yes, I know what you mean. Some that I've listened to have been like that, and it can be very off-putting. Oh, this is Bessie. Don't think she was happy with him. It was a grumpy bark back. I think she was trying to sleep. Yes, Eric, don't wake Bessie up. Rude. Monique, like to use crystals to help me visualize things by holding and feeling their energies. Yes, crystals got their own energy, haven't they? So another tool that can help you visualize. Absolutely. In fact, they're quite a good thing to practice visualization with. If you hold a crystal, what I've got is a dog sitting right by my feet.
He loves you.
He does love me, but let's just grab a crystal. Here we go. So he was waiting for me to move his blanket. So if you've got a crystal like this one, quartz ones are really good, particularly if they've got inclusions. Hold the crystal and use your skills to take it all in. Look at all the inclusions, look at the shines, look at the shape, and then take yourself off inside the crystal. Visualize yourself literally either the crystal growing or you shrinking and exploring all of the inclusions in the crystal. That's a really good visualization exercise as well. David, deity will show themselves when they want. I would worry. No, yeah, they will. They don't want to show themselves, they won't. There's not a lot you can do about it. No, doesn't mean they're not there. They just not want to get dressed, so to speak. Yes, I think some of them don't feel that you need to know who they are as well. Angela, could have put him in your dehydrator. We did wonder about that, but I think the time that it would take to dehydrate him, the dehydrator would probably be on for about a week. But if anyone's got any experience with that, let us know. Jalala, should mention I found an app that uses the light on your phone to provide a psychedelic experience. Okay, it's actually quite effective, and some have reported having very vivid visualizations. Obviously not, yes, be mindful of people that aren't good with flashing lights. I will look at that. That's quite interesting. I like the idea of that. Cliff, enjoyed Philip Cargom's guided meditations on his weekly Tea with Druid. Yeah, there's a lot of good guided visualizations on YouTube, a lot of good ones. Susie, selenite. Selenite, a very good crystal. It connects you with the divine. So perfect for that. Celestite is the same. Love meditating with celestite. It's gorgeous and so calming. Again, another one that connects you with the divine. And again, with crystals, they are all like people. They've all got their own personalities. And as we know, some people you get on with, some people you don't. Like Pete being too loud, talking in the other room. So if you've got a crystal that you're fighting with the energy against, quartz is good. Quartz is a good all-rounder. You're going to struggle to visualize, but if you've got one that you actually like working with, fluorite is another good one to work with for visualization. One of my favorites. I think really it's practice. It is one of those things that practice makes perfect. It is one of those things where you have to work with different techniques to find out what works for you. Jalala, flashing light app is called Luminate. That sounds like a Harry Potter spell. I'm going to write that down. Notes all over my desk. Luminate. I'm going to have a look at that. Thank you, Jalala. Can't put the crystal down now. David, good simple exercise for visualization is making it a game, like imagining a ball bouncing in front of you. The repatriation soon gets you hooked in. Yeah, it is what skills work for you. There's plenty of them to try, and bringing in all of your other senses. See, listening might not work for you. Sound might not work for you. Scent might work for you. Feeling rather than seeing might work for you. Play with all of the techniques. You've got a toolkit. As a witch, we have toolkits, and we can draw on all these tools in our kit bag to make it work for us. But what works for one might not work for another. So it's a very personal thing. Nicola, love working with crystal skulls and crystal dragons. Ness works with crystal skulls. She has a whole team of them. It's a very, very unique thing to work with, isn't it? It's not like working with normal crystals. I would love a crystal dragon, particularly a crystal dragon head and crystal dragons. Really? I'm trying to be sensible here. And look, Winnie in a pumpkin hat. What are you like?
It's new. She wanted you to
How
see
am
it.
I expected to be professional? Never work with animals, children, or husbands. Yes, I am looking for a crystal dragon head. I keeping an eye out to find one that calls to me, but brilliant. Susie, really struggle with taste. That one's a difficult one, I think. But if you work with visualization exercises with something like an apple and then visualize biting it, tasting it, it will hopefully come. I think it's practice. It is practice makes perfect. Jane, certain scents take me on a trip down memory lane. Very evocative. Call it aroma tripping. I think it is though, isn't it? Certain songs, certain sounds will evoke emotions, and scent is the same. There are scents that I love. There's scents that I hate. There's sounds that I love. Love the sound of seagulls. I could sit and meditate to the sound of seagulls forever. Other sounds I hate, drills. Actually, I hate the sound of the tattoo drill, but that's, I have to get past that. Emotions. You're evoking emotions, and they're really, really powerful things to it. Cannot put this crystal down. What is it you want from me? I was obviously meant to pick up this crystal today. It's going to be coming with me today. I think it is. We all have our own skill sets, and we all have particular things that will work or won't work. If I said to you, visualize listening to the sound of the ocean, it works for me because I love the ocean. It might be that you have a fear of water, so that's not going to work for you. It is about working with all the different skills and techniques available and taking it from there. Christine, don't have any problem with scent, taste, or visualization of chocolate. Depends what kind of chocolate, though. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate, yes. White chocolate, definitely no. But I think it's an important skill, I think, for lots of different areas. I mean, I mentioned spell working because that's where I use it mainly. But it does have so many other applications as well, such as meditation. You bring visualization into that as well. But for me, spell working is probably the key thing. But then also, if you are working with shielding or grounding, visualization comes into that as well. Visualizing yourself being protected in a bubble, or visualizing yourself literally with a shield up in front of you. That's all visualization. But again, I don't necessarily see my shield. I feel it come into play. I also hear Riker from Star Trek, from the USS Enterprise. I hear him saying "shields up" in his voice, and I feel those shields come into place. But that's taken me some time to work with. Originally, I had to stop and think, right, breathe, ground, right now, bring my shields in. Now it happens automatically, and it is literally like shields up, and that's it. But that's visualization that comes into it as well. Grounding, the good tree exercise where you send your roots down into the ground, that's visualization. You are sending your roots down and feeling your branches. But the key thing there, I said feeling, you don't have to see yourself as a tree, you just feel it, and then it works. So it comes into play in an awful lot of areas within witchcraft and within magic. But yeah, shielding is probably one of the main ones. And then, yeah, shielding is classic. It is. Whether you visualize a bubble, whether you visualize a wall, or whatever you work with, a cloak. See, I've done that. Put your shield on with the cloak. It's the action, and I can feel it. I don't necessarily see it, but I feel the cloak coming up round. And if you can hear Eric moaning, he's whinging because no one's given him a chew yet. All visualization comes into all of those things. So it is across the board within magic and witchcraft. But as a roundup, use whatever skills work for you. Use whatever techniques work for you. But don't think you have to just see it. Hear it, smell it, taste it, feel it. And I think feeling is the most important one. Whether you work with one, two, or all of those senses, it's all going to add power and energy to whatever it is you're working with. Susie, love grounding, exercise, roots visualizing is the best. It's a classic for a reason, isn't it? Jane, I have a witchy closet in the ether from which I summon things like invisibility fluff and my wibbly wobbly, wibbly wobbly jelly bean capsule of protection. Visualization. And it works, doesn't it? It works. So me and my crystal, because it's not going, I'm just going to look up the date. We have, where are we, October? Okay, oh, yes. So next week, the 10th, is a Waffling Witches. Next Friday morning, I will be back with Ness and Heather as well. I have no idea what we're talking about, but we'll talk about something. Yeah, wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey for the Doctor Who fans out there. Yeah, next Friday will be the three of us. So if you've got any questions or ideas or anything you want to throw at us, come and join us for that. Otherwise, have fun with your visualization exercises. Enjoy the autumn weather. And I'll see you here again next week. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Have a fabulous weekend.